Hello, my fine friends. How you doing? Welcome to my new professional studio. I've hired it out. We've got cameraman. I've slightly dyed a bit of my hair green just for the moment. Don't worry, that will go away in future weeks. And back to the old double sunglasses. Well, double glasses, sunglasses, and regular glasses. That is my trademark. I know many of you have missed that. Just can't go back too far because I'll hit the wall. Oh, look, the wall's wobbling around and everything. So welcome to my serious news review show. I know it's called Ali and Herring's Twitch of Fun up there. There it is. I can't get used to the backwards thing. But it's clever, isn't it? Do you like it? That's all that. And we've spent a lot of money on the studio here, get the studio right together. We've got, as you see, if you got in early, I hadn't got the right slide in, so you'll see what we're going to talk about later. I'm on the proper telly. It's like a proper TV show. It's very like Gus Honeybun from TSW, and that is, I think I can give no higher compliment than that to this. I want to be able to press a magic button and then it go crazy, and believe me, we will make that happen as the days go by. So yeah, what the idea of this is, basically it's a just me showing on my own, not being interrupted by anyone, certainly not having a cavalcade of puppets and things that I picked up off the floor, and I just do a serious news review just to show how that can be done and how good I am at it, how good I am at being serious, a little bit wry, a little bit fun as well. Just in case anyone from Proper TV is watching and wants to employ me. That's I used to be on the TV, and I could easily go back on there. I'd just slip in nicely because I remember all the. You have to. There's a light on the camera. If that's on, then you speak into that one. I remember all the stuff. So why train someone else up when you got Richie Herring here, little Richie Herring here, and I'm all ready to go? I was going to change my shirt. This is what I was wearing yesterday. I look disgusting now. I am disgusting. I am grim and disgusting. Just before we crack on, I would love to remind you that we're currently doing a Kickstarter. I'm sure we'll do one for Ali and Herring's Twitch of Fun before too long, because I know a lot of you are already talking about merch in the chat room, and correctly so. But we're doing one for stone clearing. It's a 14-day, 15-day Kickstarter. We've never done it so quickly before. I think we set the target a little bit high, but I still believe in you and your ability to make us get there. We're up to £81 as I checked. It would be lovely if that went up by the end of today's show. I'll check at the end if I remember and see if anyone's gone in. If you go to rahalastapa.co.uk/Kickstarter, I'm sure that the link will be in the chat room. And you can just donate a little bit of money if you've enjoyed the Twitch stuff over the summer and haven't paid anything for it yet, or you can get some fantastic rewards. Tomorrow we're going to add a couple of new levels, and you can, I think, even if you've already committed to one level, you can bump up if you can go and up your donation, or take it down, I believe, or just take it out if you want any time before we complete. And I think we're going to do a thing at maybe £150 where you get all the stuff from £100. Plus, you can have a personalised video message from me to you or your friend, and I'll say happy birthday or call you a prick or whatever you want. And that'll be lots of fun. If you've taken advantage of the £250 level, which I know 3 of you have, it's very good value to advertise a business. It's a lot of fun to get your name on the Stone Clearing podcast, and that will go down through the ages. It's a work of art, and your name will live on forever. You will also, of course, get that everything in the £150 level if we put anything else in. So we might just add a couple of other things just to boost interest, and hopefully we'll get there. There is a snooker one starting up as soon as this one finishes, so don't shoot your load if you prefer the snooker. There will be a small amount of Ali material available in that Kickstarter, but we'll do something. We just prefer to do all the merch all at once rather than in dribs and drabs, and that's basically what this is. Most of this is just going to go to cover the costs of the merchandise, but we are also going to put together some money to do future projects, more adventurous stuff on this show, plus a sci-fi audio sitcom that I'm putting together. Thank you very much for all of your support. So let's get on with this. As I said, serious news review. If you're with the Twitch, of course, and Amazon Prime, do link your accounts and remember to subscribe, because then you can give us money for free, which also all just goes into making more content. Double glasses. And I've just been working really hard this week and doing loads of other people's podcasts and stuff. I'm really tired, so I'm not going to do a very long show. It's just going to be me showing how good I am at the news. And look, here's the... Oh, no, I don't want to do that one. Oh, that's it. I want to do that one first. The breaking news is that Steve Bannon has been arrested on charges of fraud. That came into a very serious news story. He's a very right-wing guy. He's one of the architects of President Trump's campaign. It's weird, isn't it, how so many people who've worked with President Trump have turned out to get arrested or gone to prison. It's such bad luck, isn't it, for old President Trump? He's very unlucky with the people he chooses. They're all just criminals doing criminal stuff, and it's sort of... I wonder what he's done to... Shut up, this is rubbish. Fuck off, I'm trying to do the serious... This is really shit. Well, it's not even a clever point about Steve Bannon. It is a clever point about Steve Bannon. I'm being very clever and wry, and I don't need you coming in and ruining it when I'm trying to do a proper news review programme here with Steve Bannon. Let me out of the box. You're not coming out of the box. I want to go out of the box. You're not coming out of the box. Let me out of the box. All right, you can come out of the box. Just this once. Okay, there he is, ladies and gentlemen. It's Ali Sloper by 128. If you haven't seen this show before, I mean, this is probably not the entry level. You can catch up all the others on YouTube and on podcast. This is Ali Sloper. I'm winking at it. Richard, you really are winking at it. Do you want me to have a look at that? Thank you. That's a little bit... I was really winking at it there. You were winking a bit too much. Oh, why is there a picture of you up, Richard, in the little box there? What's going on? That's not very funny. I don't look very much like Steve Bannon. You look exactly... That's like your face on his face. It's only there. It's like you had died and then been dead for 2 weeks, and then they took a photo of you. They've got on a funny microphone. Is he playing PlayStation or something there? He might be, yeah. Playing what? PlayStation. Oh, PlayStation. Yeah, he might be playing PlayStation there. Look at him. He's horrible, isn't he? He looks like Weekend at Bernie's or something. He looks like he's awful, isn't he? There's no... Look, it's not nice to mock people's physical appearance, Ali. Oh, I mean, you can talk. I'm 128 years old and I look better than that hooker. Well, that might be the case, but if you mock him for his physical appearance, that's just as bad as... it's the same, isn't it? Let me move. Which way? This way. Let's... sort of the wall's moving around again. It's just the same as being like him. It's not... It's like when Nick Griffin... Who was he? He was like a similar sort of character, less charismatic than this guy, who was the head of the BNP. Oh, the GNT... The what? The GNT... No, the BNP, not the GNT. Yeah, the GNT. What, gin and tonic? Yeah, is he the head of the gin and tonics, Richard? That's very funny. It's not very funny. Oh, I think it's funny, and I'm cheeky me. Oh, a bit of your... Something from inside you came off on my fingernail then, that's awful. Yes, I'm cheeky knee. That's my catchphrase. No one likes the same phrase, mate. Everybody loves the same phrase, Richard. Everyone does it. They don't. I'm winking at it. Stop doing all of them at once. If you're going to do them, just, pepper them through the show. Don't just do them all at the start. People love the same phrases, Richard. They love the same phrase. No one likes the same phrase. That's the same phrase about that. It's become a same phrase. It has not become the same phrase. Not like I'm cheeky knee. I mean, I think I agree. You are 120 years, I am, and you dress better than Steve Bannon. I certainly do. Look at my fine cravat. It's falling apart a little bit, but you're lovely. I've worn these clothes every day of my life, Richard. I've never taken them off. They've been on me for 128 years, every single day. And how do I smell? Not bad. I mean, you smell a bit musty, to be honest. That's fair enough. But, I am as racist as the next man, and the next man is you, so very racist. I'm not racist. You're racist. I know what's going on in your head. I'm not. Don't say things like that. I'm very woke, and I'm a liberal. You're not a liberal. You're just saying stuff so that you can get on the telly. I'm not. So I'm saying, look at it. The way to get on the telly is to be like Katie Hopkins and stuff and just say horrible stuff. Yeah, I know what's going on in your head. You do not. He does not speak for me. This guy. I'm the racist, Richard. There's no only. You've got to look after yourself. That guy, if he goes to prison, he's not going to get out again, is he? He's got about 6 months to live. Well, the thing is, any of these guys go to prison, they've probably got about 3 months to live because, you know, somebody's going in there, aren't they? The security camera's turning off. Oh, you're doing the political satire, Richard. I'm doing a bit of political satire about Jeffrey Epstein. Yeah, yeah. Why don't you try something original for once? You just do the same thing as everyone else. Try and zhuzh up your act a bit and do something a bit crazy and unusual that no one else would do. I can't, you know, I'd love to be that kind of guy who does sort of esoteric and weird stuff, but I can't think of anything to do. So just don't do that oddly satirical. Do something interesting, Richard. Do something no one else would have thought of doing. That's nice. I've been in this business a long time. In the what? The business. Show business. Oh, show business, yeah, for a long time. And what I've noticed, you become very successful either by coming up with something very, very original that no one else has thought of. That's what you should be doing, Richard. Yeah. Or just do something really shit and obvious that people will pay to see. You'll actually do financially a lot better by doing that. Well, why don't I do that? Why don't I do the shit and obvious stuff? Well, you need to be funny. That's the thing. So if I was you, I'd just look for something where you don't have to be that funny. That all the stuff you're doing is, I don't know, so weird or mental that that's enough. Because you can't really think of jokes, can you? I did the joke about Steve Bannon and the President Trump and how everyone... It's not a joke, is it? That's not a joke. That's just a fact. Well, it's not a fact because the joke I'm making is President Trump is obviously, you know, if he's hanging around with so many people who are criminals, I don't want to... I'll just say he's a criminal. He is a criminal. He's touched women inappropriately by his own admission. Yeah. He's obviously a criminal. Well, you can say that. I can't say that. So I don't want to get into trouble because, you know, these people are powerful people, you know. You should have a go at Putin, Richard. You have a go at Putin. I don't want to have a go at Putin because, you know, he's just like an opposition leader in Russia today has just been poison and stuff. That's probably just an accident. Yeah, I mean, it's weird. It's the same thing. Like Trump's, all the people he works with go to prison, and everyone who opposes Putin sort of gets mysteriously poisoned in weird ways. It's odd, isn't it? It is odd, Richard. And so that's why I don't want to talk about that because, you know, I've got a jar of Marmite there. You could slip a bit of something into that. Well, I'm not afraid of Vladimir Putin. Who? Well, you can't even say his name, so you're safe. If he's got like bots picking up stuff. He's not. Vladimir Putin is a little girl and is pathetic. Don't say stuff like that because it'll come back on me. It's not you saying it, Richard. It's me saying it. Well, I think Vladimir Putin's, you know, I for one welcome a very masculine overlord. I don't want to get into any trouble. Donald Trump, you know, I don't know whether you're guilty of anything. I just want to get back on the TV. You can't say controversial stuff. You can. That's all. TV's all saying controversial stuff. Wasn't I just saying that a minute ago and you've changed around? Let's get on with the show. Okay, let's go. Well, let's not do Steve Bannon. So, the big news, which we went into here we go, is there's ravens at the Tower of London. This is the big news, is it, Richard? This is the big news. Look, we take a sideways look at the news. I can take a sideways look. Do you want to see it? Oh, that's a good sideways look. Oh, good. Look, I'll do it there at the theatre at home. Oh, I can't go all the way around. Oh, that's a sideways look. Good. This isn't going well. I mean, we've got the new studio. It's a bit wobbly, isn't it? It's a bit wobbly, yeah. It's a bit wobbly, the new studio. You can see the studio wall through the back of my head. Well, that's always the case. There's nothing to it. Please put something in the back of my head to stop this happening, Richard, please. I'm begging you. No. So this is in the Sun. It's been in the front page of the Sun. So quite a few things have been going on in the world. And this is what the Sun has chosen to save the ravens. Because there's the Tower of London, you know it? Yes, I don't know. There you are, Richard. Do you see it being built? Ha ha ha, very funny. Yes, I'm old, but I'm not that old. It's a very funny joke. So, on 128, Richard, the Tower of London was built in approximately 1070, I would say, just off the top of my noggin. So there are ravens there, right? And if there has to be 6 ravens in the Tower of London, and if there aren't, then the Tower of London will crumble to dust. And the Sun are very worried. Why will that happen? That's the story. Apparently, it comes from King Charles II said that was the case. There has always got to be 6 ravens. And what's happened, because there aren't many tourists going to the Tower of London now, though even during World War II, people went to the Tower of London. Really? Yeah. And now no one's going. And so the ravens don't have any, they're not getting the same amount of food. There's something to feed them. What are they? The Death Eaters. The what? The Death Eaters. The Death Eaters? No, the Death Eaters. That fellow in the picture. Oh, Beef Eater. Yeah, the Beef Eaters. Can't they get some beef? Well, they've eaten all the beef, haven't they? Oh, the Death Eaters have eaten all the beef. Yeah, this is turning into a musical thing. They're just called Beef Eaters. I don't know what. I'm not sure why. Someone can work that out. Look it up. Google it. John Flamstead complained about the birds chattering. He was the royal astronomer. Putting him off work, and the king ordered they be destroyed. He was allegedly warned that dire luck would follow for the crown and country. Instead, he instructed they be fed and sheltered forever. So they have their wings not really clipped, so they can get away. Oh, this is terrible news for the monarchy, Richard. Where did they go? Yeah, well, you know, I'm a Republican. I don't mind if we lost the royal family. That is sacrilege. How dare you? Queen Victoria was on the throne when I was a little lad, and I respected the royal family ever since, even Prince Charles. Prince Andrew? Not so much Prince Andrew. The main ones. I respect them, Richard, and I love them, and I think what you're saying, you should be sent to the Tower of London. I will. Well, I was talking to Cindy V yesterday about the Tower of London, because she thinks she doesn't like the fact that that big Indian diamond is in the crown, and she wants to take it back, which is fair enough. And apparently the Tower of London will crumble to dust if those ravens leave. That would be a brilliant opportunity to go in and nick all the... Why didn't someone just go and boot the ravens and out the door and nick all the crown jewels? Well, it's a good plan, Richard. Shall we do it? Could be a good heist. We could do a heist, couldn't we? Because that would be... There's like those old guys did the Hatton Garden thing. No one's had like a middle-aged man and a 128-year-old ventriloquist dummy. You can't even fucking speak. You can talk. I can. No one's done that, have they? With that would be a good film, as long as we got away with it, Richard. Well, if we got away with it, people would know we did it. So we'd have to get caught for the film. Okay. But I thought that was, I like the Tower of London. I've been a few times. One of the Beef Eaters once. They got a little pub there, and they got a little community there, and I was invited by. I wrote about the Tower of London, and a Beef Eater offered for me to come down to the pub, but I never quite got it together. You should have gone down, Rich. I had a pint. Had a what? Had a pint? A pint. Yeah, well, a bottle of beer. Oh yeah, could have. I prefer eating. I prefer drinking bottles of beer. Bottles of beer. Yeah. But I didn't. I regret it. There's all these opportunities I'm given in life, and somehow that one faded away. If you're watching Beef Eater Man, it might be that. It might even be that guy. He's in all the pictures. There he is holding a raven. Yeah. And do you like ravens? I don't mind them. I don't like donkeys, Richard. I hate that donkey. Is the donkey been on yet? No, the donkey's not been on yet. We'll see what happens with the others. So that was an interesting news story. I thought, no, well, not really. Didn't turn out that great, did it? Let's have a look what's next on the old picture. Oh, look, it's James Blunt. I've put the actual thing up. Look, there's the piece of paper, and there is up there. Look, all better. This is in the Daily Mail. It was in some other papers as well. James Blunt is a singer. I very much enjoy his tweets. He's very funny. But this is a funny story from his student days. He told on a podcast. I have tried to get him on my podcast, unsuccessfully so far. He was diagnosed with scurvy as a student after going on a meat-only diet out of principle to annoy his vegan friends. Oh, it seems like a good idea. Those bloody vegans, Richard. We didn't have those in my day. Well, veganism's been going a couple of 100 years, I think. Well, they were kooks and weirdos, not in the mainstream like they are now. And what about the meat? What's going to happen to all the meat if they start eating it? So James Blunt is a very clever guy for satirising the vegans. Well, I don't agree with this. I think I was a vegetarian for many years. Well, you know I was. I was a vegetarian when we sort of first worked together, were you? Yeah, I became a vegetarian on my year off. Oh, yeah, had a gap. Yeah, did you? Well, we called it a year off back then. And I met a vegetarian girl. One thing led to another. You know what I'm talking about? Oh, God. So I became a vegetarian for 15 years. Well, did it interest her? Not really, no. But you thought if you did 15 years, she might come back and see you again. Yeah, I never saw her again. But you know, you've got to put in the effort for women. That's the thing. They appreciate it. Well, they didn't. She didn't appreciate it, did she? She didn't appreciate it, Ali. And 50, but it wasn't. It was. It was a principle thing. So you know, and the world has come round to me now, and I've gone back the other way a little bit. But when everyone else has done 15 years, I'll come back and be vegetarian again. That's very noble pursuit. Well, I think we need to. We need to become. Being vegan is good. I don't eat anything, Richard. So you know, don't look at me. I exist purely on air and the movement of a woman's hand in my throat. Well, okay. It's not a nice existence. Anyway, so he was surrounded by vegetarians and vegans, so he ate mince and chicken for 8 weeks. Then he became very tired and got sore arms and legs. And he went to the doctor, and they said, "You've probably got scurvy, mate." So that's pretty impressive for anyone to contract scurvy in the modern world. He then, James Blunt. Yeah, what did you do next? James Blunt. Can you say James Blunt? James Blunt? James what? James Blunt? James Blunt. James Blunt. Okay. Have you just chosen this? Are you just choosing stories with these in them? With what's in them? With these in them? With the letter that comes between A and C in them? Oh, B's. I didn't really deliberately do that, Ali. Well, that's very cruel to knock someone to their affliction. I had a slight speech impediment. A slight speech what? Oh, you're making me so angry. How dare you knock me like this? I had a slight speech impediment. You have a slight speech embezzlement. Oh, this is so... You know what I'm saying. This is so offensive. You're a fucking cunt. I apologise for that language. I know a lot of kids are tuning into this show, and I do apologise for the language. Again, it's not my... I'm not in control of this guy. He's not. I can't stop him doing this stuff. And I would like to apologise to any kids watching. A lot of kids like, because you look like you're a fun character. Well, I'm not a fucking fun character, am I? I'm a bitter old nan. You're a what? Oh, a bitter old nan. You know what I'm saying. Stop knocking me. It's getting on my fucking tits. All right. Come on, look. This isn't... We were only just started as a double act. These arguments come 5 or 6 years in. We should be friends at the beginning. I'm not a friend of yours. I've been through this. So many. I'm a nice guy, and I always end up with these curmudgeons. Yeah, well, I wonder why that is. Oh, is that just a coincidence? Don't victim blame me. I'm the victim. You're not the victim. I've really got to grow a beard again because can see the old flaps. The chin flaps are moving. What do you mean? Nothing. Don't worry about it. Yeah, the fucking lips are moving as well, don't you? Well, that's by the by. Do you want to come and do this gig with me on Sunday? What gig? I'm doing a gig on Sunday at the Clapham Grand. I think you can still get tickets to see it live, but you can certainly watch it online for free. And make donations to that if you want to. It's all trying to raise money for live venues, which are... Clapham Grand still being charged £50,000 a month by its landlord, for example, all through this. So that's a fucker, isn't it? So we're trying to raise money to help live venues. I made a foolish decision. You did, didn't you? To burn up all my old material. Not literally. You burned it up. Not literally. I've just decided to I'm not going to reuse any old jokes from before times, before the Great Plague. I'm just going to do new stuff. But I haven't written anything. I've been doing this all day. What, you've been working on this? Yeah. It's fucking terrible, mate. I just in the box. I know. I've been, I've got to read all the papers. I've got to have a think about what we can do. Yeah. And then when you come to it, we just add a load of different stuff. Don't we? Do what? Ad lib. Yeah, a load of different stuff. Anyway, yeah, we do. It goes off on tangents, and and what is the point of me even preparing the stories, taking photos of them, I had to put them in a website so they go up there. You work very hard, Richard. It'll pay off in the end, son. Good luck with it. Good luck with everything. Thank you. James Blunt. We could do an act together. Yeah, and you think you can do this for 10 minutes on stage? Well, I might do. It means I don't have to write anything. Yeah, I'll have to do it. So you're... Excuse me, you're relying on me to be as funny as possible, or you just rest on your laurels and rake in the benefits? Well, I'm not getting any benefits. I'm driving to London to do a gig for free and then drive it home again. Oh, yeah, I'll come. Would you like to see Ali, ladies and gentlemen, at the Clapham Grand? They'd love to see it. It seems, Charlie Chaplin's been on that stage, Morecambe and Wise. Yeah. it seems sort of apt that we should give it a go. Well, we should give it a go. We're giving it a go here, aren't we? We are giving it a go here. It's all right. Are we friends again? Yeah, look, we're through. Look, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Just come down. Just give me a little cuddle. Just come on. No, come on. Get off that. No. We talked about this. I know. You're not allowed to. I know. So hard to resist, Richard. Please. It's not appropriate. Anyway, so James Blunt, after he told he needed more vitamin C when he was a student, it's crazy, isn't it? This James Blunt, you're beautiful. He started drinking a litre of orange juice every night to try and make up for the fact, rather than just eating some vegetables. He stuck to his principles, and you have to admire the man for that. If you're going to admire someone for being a vegan, you have to admire James Blunt for committing to carnivorism in quite the same degree. He nearly can you speak? No, do you want me to say it? Yeah, you say it. Let me read. He nearly developed. You can't say it either. Developed. He nearly developed. Let me read it. He nearly developed. Let me just read it there. He nearly developed. Yeah, he nearly developed acid reflux, Richard. So that's very good. Yeah, so that's good. Thanks for reading that for me, because I was having trouble saying developed. Yeah, saying developed is developed. It's easy. Okay. There he is, James Blunt. So that was the next story. What's next on the old... this is... actually, there was a story on the back of that James Blunt story. Have I got that on? Is that lined up next? Yeah, this is... I just saw this on the back of here. I thought this might annoy Ali. This is about a mug from Sainsbury's. It's based on the book Matilda by Roald Dahl. And it's a quote from that. In that book, Roald Dahl says, Matilda, when at last the germ of a brilliant idea hit her, and then someone thought that would be a brilliant thing to put on a cup for, to inspire young women like Matilda to read and to be magic and make things move around with their heads and attack masculine looking female teachers. But then they've just put the quote and they've put a brilliant idea hit her, which that's come on, that's just, you have to be quite, no, I mean that thing, like, look, I know what you're going to say, because you're old-fashioned, yeah? You don't believe in political correctness. It's gone mad, Richard. It's gone mad, political correctness, hasn't it? Well, I don't think it has. In some ways, sometimes it does, right? Some things are stupid, right? But this was a nice idea. The people did it. They didn't. It's like on The Apprentice sometimes. Do you watch that show? Sorry, do you watch that show? Yes, yes, I do. I watch it on my phone in my docs sometimes. They just don't think about what they're doing, right? And that someone's gone, this is an inspiring mug, and then they haven't thought, especially by writing it in that way, it looks like a brilliant idea, full stop hitter, rather than one sentence, because they changed the font. And that isn't a brilliant idea, is it? So, and so all the women are complaining, are they? Yes, because, I mean, I know in your day that was normal and that was all right, but it's not all right. It's a terrible thing. And all they have to do is just remake the mugs, right? Yeah. They don't. It's not a big deal. No one's saying you're not allowed to put that on a mug. Just do it properly, you stupid pricks, and think about it. That's the problem with people. They don't stop and think about it, and they are doing it. And this is the Daily Mail trying to make a story out of it, and all the other papers as well. But actually, the culmination of the story is that they're taking them back and they're reviewing the design, which is obviously what they have to do because it came out looking wrong. They didn't realise it when they were. I saw something about Carol. Is it Kirkwood the weather forecast? I don't know what she's called. I think she's called. I think it's Carol Kirkwood, isn't it? I think it might be. And they were gonna. This was on Popbitch today. On Popbitch. Yeah, it's on Popbitch. On Popbitch. No, on Popbitch. Are you doing this deliberately? No, I'm not doing it deliberately. This thing's just come up. She was going to do a thing where she came round to people's houses and did the weather from their houses, and they were going to call the feature "Come Over Carol," and. Then they right down the line they realised it was a mistake. It's eat out to help out, and it's all over again. I suppose it is, Richard. Sometimes people do it deliberately. Sometimes they do it. That's an accident, and it's a stupid accident. Smash the mugs up, repaint the mugs. Matilda said, "I have brilliant ideas. Just hit me or whatever. Just make it more obvious. You don't have." Someone could see that and be upset. It doesn't, just correct it. Yeah, that's what they want, Richard. That's how it starts. They come for your mugs and you say nothing. Yeah, I did say nothing. Then they come to Steve Bannon. Yeah, I was happy about that. I'm glad they came to Steve Bannon. Then they come to all the pedophiles and rapists. Yeah, that's good. I'm glad they're doing that. Okay. Well, I'm just warning you. They'll come for these. Well, I want them to come for people who are bad, and make them stop doing the stuff. And if someone has a stupid idea of a cup, yeah, take it away and redo it, because it's upset some people. Oh, they should get a life. I don't think they should get a life. It looks like a mug with a, it doesn't even have they put Matilda on the top of it, or this is what Matilda said. And then doesn't even say Matilda on it. It just looks like an advocate for have a cup of tea and then some domestic abuse. All right, you woke idiot. I'm not woke. It's not woke to not want people to hit other people. Well, this is it. Then I've got Alan de Botton. Alan de Botton? No, Alan de Botton. Alan de Botton. Really, you're going to do that? Yep. Obviously, I'm going to do that. If you say something that sounds like Botton, I'm going to say Botton, Richard. That is my job. Well, Alain de Botton. Sounds a bit like Botton. You're ruining it. He's with you. He's on my side. Well, more or less. He's saying social media has made society inhuman, or inhumane, in fact, as it ostracises people from having different opinions. Yeah, it does. I know. You can't say anything anymore, can you? You can't say you think that hitting women's good. You can't say that. No, you can't say you think that the President of the United States dacking up a woman who ran a paedophile ring is a bad thing. You can't say that anymore. No. Well, you can say it. People say it, and the President of the United States is still the President of the United States, so people can still say this stuff. So you and Alan, I don't agree with you and Alain de Botton particularly, but he comes up with an interesting idea. He says so many celebrities are now being sent into virtual exile for expressing an unpopular opinion. You were worried about it earlier. Well, I am. I don't want to be sent into exile for something you think. If it's something I've said, fine. But if it's something you've said, I don't want to get into trouble. So I don't want Putin killing me because you said he's a girl or whatever you said, which is pathetic anyway. Well, that's what I think. Don't keep repeating it. He's got long arms. Is he Mr. Tickle? He's like Mr. Tickle. He could reach in the Marmite, bang, off we go. All right. But he thinks they'll have to set up colonies for celebrities. I just quite like the idea of these colonies of disgraced celebrities. Yeah, it's an amusing idea, Richard. I'm sure you can get some comedic knowledge out of that. I hope so. If this is the kind of thing you do on the stage at the Crossing Grand, it might be. Should we do this on? We could just redo this. Yeah. I'm not the ill that day. I'm not the washing the hair that day, Richard. I'm cheeky knee. That's good. You left it a long time between the catchphrases. The same phrases. Yeah, I keep calling them catchphrases. I don't know why. It's not going to catch on, Richard. It's the same phrase. Everyone knows it. I just like the idea, the kind of people who get, ostracised. It's not really many people, but I mean, it would be Katie Hopkins, Roseanne Barr, maybe Lawrence Fox, Andrew Lawrence, almost the same person because they've both got Lawrence in there. It would be quite an unpleasant place to live, wouldn't it? Yeah, imagine if you got sent there. That would make you laugh if you were in amongst it all. Well, I've said things in my life that people could pick up on. They could chuck me in there. If everyone wants to go trawl through everything that's ever been said, yeah, they might do. I didn't have you. I could have just had you saying it. I'd have been fine. Yeah, you said it, Richard. So off to the little colony you go. The dad celebrity colony. It'd be awful. I mean, it's a great sitcom, isn't it? Loads of horrible people in a colony that they have to, and then they start breeding. They'll start fucking each other, Richard. They'll be Lawrence Fox and Katie Hopkins will have a child, a Fox Hopkins child, and it'll be even all right and then. I don't know. Is that how it works? Yeah, yeah. Two right wing people have a baby. Doesn't that make a left wing one? Isn't it? Two rights make a left? No. Two rights don't make a wrong, Richard. I think it's two wrongs don't make a right. Well, it nearly worked. My joke nearly worked. It didn't work, though, did it? It didn't work, but it nearly worked. That's also another story from a podcast. The newspaper's getting all this is from Doing It Right with Pandora Sykes. all the newspapers, all they do, listen to podcasts. Yeah, you're listening to this, Richard. Yeah, and they'll get some ideas. Yeah, tomorrow it'll all be Lawrence Fox and Kate Hopkins. Do you think if you could get the actual people to be in the sitcom, it could be brilliant, Richard? Yeah, it could be good. I mean, I might pitch it. You should pitch that. This could be your return to the big time. Look, I'm doing Taskmaster. Yeah. You'll get 10 weeks on the telly, Richard. That'll be it. Well, it's better than what you've had. You're just jealous. You have to remember, you only come back to shows. I know you've been in show business a long time, but you've only been back for 7 weeks now, 6 weeks. 6 weeks ago we started this. This is the 7th episode. It takes a little bit of time to climb that ladder. No, not to me, Richard. I'm going right to the top. I'm leaving you behind. I'll be in series 11, a Taskmaster. I'd love to see that. Yeah, I'll be good. On your own. Yeah, just me. Doing a task with little Alex Horn. Is he smaller than me? He's about the same size as you. And Greg Davis and all the other celebrities. I'll be in there doing the task, and I'll do that. Then you can be sure of that. Well, I haven't told you how I've done. Yeah, I know you've done badly. You've obviously done badly. There's we've got to work on this. It's not very nice. Shall we do, let's just see what the next picture is. What's that one, is it? Ah, yeah, look, it's this next. We're going to do a Marmite Lid. Do you want to sit down? Yeah. Wasn't I very good? You weren't that good, so I thought we'll have a little break. We'll go to Marmite Lid. You can't look on the head on the buttons. That doesn't happen on the job in Russia, does it? He doesn't go, just let me look at the next picture. Graham Norton doesn't go, I'll just look at the next picture to see what we're talking about next. Well, they have a script, and they have people writing the script. I don't have writers. A team of 10 writers are not back there in the little room churning this out through an earpiece. I've got an earpiece. Well, that's by the by. So it's going to be a little bit more lackadaisical. God, we've done 36 minutes. I know you haven't even had any of the other crazy characters on yet. Well, let's do that. I've been working on the jingles. I've been working on the jingles a bit. Let me do this. So let me get the piece of paper with this jingle. Change the words a little bit, but we can work on it. Here we go. With the joke and a smile, do you see what he did? He's the greatest novelty character since the likes of Hissing Sid. If you get that, fucking hell. His eyes look like an oil spill. His mouth is like a skid mark. You'll love him or you'll hate him. It's Marmite Lid. Here he is, ladies and gentlemen. It's Marmite Lid. Hello. Oh, no. Fuck, I forgot that we were doing that behind their shit. I think we looked into this. Oh, no. Sorry, Marmite Lid. Oh, there we go. You're right over here. Stay over here. We did. Oh, no, look, you're strobing. Look at that. This is terrible, Richard. This is terrible news for me. Let's get you the right around. I feel silly and all snotty. Have you got a disease? Yes, I got the coronavirus. Just a joke. Well, it was good to see you trying a joke there, Marmite Lid, because at least that's something. We did check this, but yeah, it was in a different environment. Well, you could imagine that was just there. The lights are just shining on you. Let's get you the right around. There we go. How are you doing today? Yeah, I'm not there, Richard. Just been hanging out on the table with the other puppets, and my eye's gone a bit weird, like a bird, isn't it? Looks like a bird, but I'm happy enough. So we got you on as the theme tune shows there. We've got someone working on doing these jingles as we speak to do them even better than I did them. You've got a joke and a song. Yeah, that's my job. You employed me to kind of do jokes on the podcast, didn't you, Richard? Because the Sun said I was the funniest thing. The guy who down there. Yeah, well, that guy said you were so funny, so I paid £100,000 actually to that guy for just a year contract. Yeah, to get you. And so I'm hoping today there'll be some good either topical or just observational material from you. I've done my best, Richard. I'm doing my best. Here we go. Have you heard about this new Narnite peanut butter, Richard? Oh, no, I haven't. This sounds good. So what, there's Marmite peanut butter? You're going to do some coruscating satire about that? I expect the Narnite, they've gone nuts over their breakfast spread choices, and surprise, they're dividing the nation once again. Yeah, okay, get to the joke. Narnite eats peanut butter. You nasty crazy. Has breakfast gone bonkers? That's right, with a little excitement and a lot of Narnite. Whether you're a Narnite lover or hater, The Marmite peanut butter mix will have you going from just a taste to tucking in. Go on, you'll love it. Hold on, are you just reading out from the press release for Marmite peanut butter? Would that be wrong? Would that be wrong, Richard? Yeah, that would be quite. Either no reason to love it, no added sugar, no tarn oil, and it's big on D vitamins. On what vitamins? D vitamins. B what? B vitamins? B. The letter between A and C vitamins. It's like the letter between A and C12 in particular. Marmite crunchy peanut butter. You're meant to come on and I'm paying you money to come on and do funny topical material. It's lovely. Try it. And it seems to me that you've just used your time to do an advert for like your parent company, Marmite Lid. You're good to me, Richard. Without Marmite, I wouldn't be here. That's true. But you're not. I'm paying you already. I paid £100,000. What are you getting paid for this? I am getting paid as much non-like peanut butter as I can eat. How much is that? None. I can't eat 9 now. It's just a streak in Marmite. Well, thank you very much for coming in late. I'm very sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen. He was reading it all from. I don't know if you saw him. He was looking down and he just read it all off that. That's the Marmite press release, and they haven't paid a penny for that. And now people are going to go out and buy Marmite peanut butter. Anyway, he's the top of a jar. Oh, I don't have to do that. He's the top of a jar of yeast extract to extract. Start again. He's the top from a jar of yeast extract who always loves to kid. He says what we're all thinking, but the woke crowd will forbid. He's on a yearly contract for 100,000 quid. You'll love him or you'll hate him. It's Marmite Lid. Yeah, you'll love me or you'll hate me. No, everyone will hate you. You're shit. But also, Marmite, you love it or you hate it, or you just won't mind it, or somewhere in between. That's you'll love it or you hate it. It's not. I don't like it when people just say advertising slogans as if that's a joke. It's not a joke. It's not a good advertising. It's a good advertising slogan. It's not. And some people just think it's okay. What about you? I love it, but that's not the point. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, Marmite Lid. Let's see where we're going next. I want to get out of the box. You can come out of the box, Ali. Here we go. Oh, you like this one? I was going to talk about. This is quite a serious story. This looks like a very serious story. Is this appropriate or this juncture? I think it is appropriate because it's the two guys from the ISIS Beatles, right? There was four guys who did terrible things. And they were dubbed the Beatles, and two of them are in America in prison. Yeah, and there's been a big legal hoo-ha about whether they can be executed or not. Okay, this sounds like it's prime territory to comedy, Richard. Well, it's not. That's not what I find interesting about this situation is the way that they're kind of referred to as the Beatles, right? I just don't. It's caught on, and it's still happening, and that to me is trivializing what is very important, and also it's sort of just weird, isn't it? Is it? I think it's a weird thing because the wall was just moving there. I know, I saw it. That's weird. Look at the studio. It cost a lot of money to rent the studio. I'm there. It's the reason they're called the Beatles because there were four of them, and they're from the UK. I mean, that's not the Beatles. It isn't the Beatles. There could lots of things, aren't there? There's probably lots of things where there are four people from the UK. There could have been called any number of things. Name one. I can't. I'd like to see a name one. Well, I'll name one if you let me name one. Well, I'm just sitting there waiting for you to name one thing it could be. Well, I've got some time I've got to think about something. Well, you said there must be lots of things. Name one of the things. It's so easy. I will name one of the things. They could have been. What could they have been? They could have been. Go on, say. I'm waiting to say. I'm going to say if you just let me say. I've got loads written down. Oh, that's cheating. Well, they could be. Go on, tell me. They could be the characters from Rainbow. That's what they could have been called. The Rainbow Team. George, Bungle, Jeffrey, and Zippy. Yeah, they could have been called that. Well, you've ruined it now. I haven't ruined it. I didn't say anything. You just undercut it. They could have been like the Hobbits, Frodo, Sam, Merry, and Pippin. They're all English, aren't they? Oh, they're from New Zealand. They're from Hobbitland. Hobbiton, I think they're from. They could have been the Ghostbusters. They're not from the UK. There's four of them. They could have been Dorothy, the Scarecrow, the Lion, and the Tin Man. They're from Kansas. But there's 4 of them. They're just white. They're not from Liverpool. They're not doing music. They don't look like the Beatles. Why were they called the Beatles? Everyone went along with the Beatles. They could be 3 men and a baby. They could do that. That would have been good, wouldn't it? The 3 men and the baby. That would have been a good. It would have been a good name for them. Which 2 are they then? They're the 4 Beatles. Which 2 are they? I don't know which one. I don't know if they chose. I presumably it's Paul and Ringo, isn't it? What? Those 2. Presumably they're Paul and Ringo, because the other 2 are dead, aren't they? I'm cheeky thee. I don't think that's cheeky. That's quite offensive to Beatle fans. I'm linking at it, Richard. I'm linking at it. It's not offensive. I'm linking. Look, I'm linking at it. I'm linking at the offence. Okay. 4 lines. That could have been the 4 lines. That would have been good because they're terrorists, and that would have worked. 4 lines. Yeah, all right. I just think I think it's insulting to the Beatles. Oh, you thought I was being insulting to the Beatles? To the what? The Beatles. The Beatles. The Beatles. The souls of the Beatles. That's just my point. I don't see why everyone's gone along with that nickname for them, and I think it should stop. And at least the Guardian, who that picture is from, do not call them. They call them the British ISIS members. They don't call them the Beatles. So that is my only point. And we can move on to the next story. Okay, let's look at the next one. This is one 9. This one might be yours. The next one. Let's have a look. Oh yeah, this one's definitely yours. Yeah, I put in some stories, Richard, because I thought it would be funny to look at. Who is this? This is the Golden State Killer, Richard. Oh, we don't want to look. My thing was a point about you can't. I'm linking at it, Richard. Don't worry, I'll be linking at it. He's a rapist and a murderer. It's not. We don't want to make jokes about. I'm linking at it. All that interested me, Richard, about this story, if you'll let me get a word in edgeways. Well, I'm trying, but you're talking over me all the time. I do not talk over you. You talk over me all the time. People say all the time, I have never once spoken over you. You say it. You're constantly speaking over me, and I'm trying to be funny and trying to be serious and do a serious news story, and you talk over. People say all the time, why do you have that guy and he just talks over you? I can guarantee I have never once talked over you. Why do people say it then? Because they're mad, Richard. They're nothing mad. If they just think about it for a second. I have thought about it and you talk over me all the time. I do not ever talk over you. So don't make accusations like that. Do you know what I'm capable of? All right, Why do you want to talk about this story? I just thought it was interesting, Richard, that he's a Golden State Killer. He's a serial killer, a terrible man, and he's going down. He's admitted it was him. He got caught by DNA. He did. That was an interesting way he got caught. Yeah, it's good that he got caught. I'm delighted about it. Look, he's wearing a mask, Richard. He had one chance left to take a few more people out, and he's kindly put on his mask to stop that. I'd been in, and I was a serial killer. I'd have just gone right. This is my last chance. I'm not putting a mask on. That'll teach him. Well, I'm winking at it. I don't think winking at it isn't. I think I apologise for that, ladies and gentlemen. I don't think that's. I didn't know he was going to do that, and I don't think that's an appropriate. You put the picture in. I did not. I don't think that's an appropriate subject for. But it's interesting. Even the Golden State Killer is wearing a mask. All those people saying my freedom's to wear. My freedom is to not wear a mask. I'm not wearing a mask because even that guy, who's the worst guy in the fucking world, is wearing a mask. So please wear a mask. Was it worth it, Richard? That public information film? I mean, it was. We made a good point, didn't we? We made a nice point. I think it's time to welcome another of our little friends. I don't know which button he's on. Yeah, it's that one. Look at that. Oh, you're gonna have your friend? Yeah, we're gonna have a little friend. Do you want to stay here? I'll stay here. There's a song to go with this one as well. We'll find out if he's here. I've changed the lyrics as well. Buzz buzz. When it comes to picking winners, he's the tosp. From the latest blockbuster to the top of the posp. He's always on the scene when the latest banger drosp. What's the buzz with Brian Wasp or Gwendolyn Fly if we can't find a wasp? Let's see if we could find Brian Wasp this week. Here he is. Yes, it's him. I mean, you can barely see it because we can't go in on the camera. But look, it's a wasp. Can you see? It's Brian Wasp. Buzz, buzz. Is this it? Is this as good as it gets? It's as good as it's a wasp. But look, it's an actual. What's its hair on me there as well? Look, it's a wasp. And then it's barely visible on the screen, but it's there. It's a wasp. Is it the same wasp as I thought? It's the exact same one. Are you sure? Yeah, because I saw you earlier looking around in all the rooms up here trying to find a wasp. No. There he is. Oh. What's the buzz, Brian? Wasp? Buzz, buzz. Oh, this week, Richard. All right, the buzz is. Look out, there's this brand new show on the TV. It's called Game of Thrones. It's on Now TV. You can watch it. It's got a dragon in it, and there's some naked ladies in it, and a man's bum. I mean, you're meant to be on the sort of cutting edge of what's coming up, Brian Wasp. Bzzz, yep, that's me. I'm the Ryan Wasp. That's me. Did we have to choose a name that was so hard to say? Yep. Okay. It's just that, you know, it's been out for a while and finished a couple of years ago, didn't it? No. I think it did. You meant to sort of be picking out the zeitgeist. Oh, no. Bzzz, that's what that does with Ryan Wasp. And that was Brian Wasp. I've just lost him. Oh, there he is. It's okay. There's a fly leg on my computer. Bzz, bzz. I'm very disappointed that I'm not in this week. It's Gwendolyn Fly, ladies and gentlemen. She's here as well. Is this really fair that I did such a good job last week and I was good? I actually named something that was quite cutting edge and interesting, and I hope some people checked it out. Boys State. It was very good. And yet I didn't turn over just because I don't have stripes. That's the way it goes. All flying insects' lives matter. Yes, they do. All dead flying insects' lives matter. And that's why you've both been in. I hope you enjoyed it. Let's see if there's anything else going on. I think we might have hit the end. We've done him. We've done that. Yeah, we've done everything. That's just, there's Donkey there if we need him. There was one more thing I wanted to do, Richard. You got something, have you? Yeah, it's just a little thing. Every week I look at the Puppet News. The Puppet News? The Puppet News, yeah. I scour the papers and I look for Puppet News. Puppet News. Yeah. And there's a puppet in the ditch. I hate that fucking donkey. I hate him. And here it is, Richard. This is another story that's Sitting Image, and it's a Norman Tebbit. Norman who? Tebbit? Norman Tebbit, yeah. He has... I see, yeah, this is from the Sun. I think it's from the Mirror. Okay. Norman Tebbit is told how he was mobbed by drunk Millwall fans who made up a song for him and gave him an escort as they loved his thuggish spitting image puppet. Is that another Puppet News? This is news for all the puppets watching. Lord Tebbit feared trouble when the Bother Boys, as he called them apparently, chanted, "Where's your spitting image?" in the buffet car of a train. He must have been terrified. Norman Tebbit. But after debating the merits of his Tory government's rail privatisation plans, they warmed to the top former party chairman. On arrival at Euston, the fans insisted on escorting him to his cab while singing in praise of Norm. The effect on other travellers was remarkable, Lord Tebbit, 89, said. They scattered in all directions, and I owed it all to my spitting image puppet. Yeah, there you go. Puppet News. I didn't say it had to be funny, but it involves a puppet. And involves Lord Tebbit making up a story. Oh, my daughter's just shouting out. What's up, darling? Belle's leg fell off. I'll come down in a second. I'm very good at looking at Doll's legs and sorting them out. Go back to bed and I'll be down in 2 minutes. Belle's leg's fallen off. Belle's leg? Yeah, do you like Belle? I love Belle. I don't even mind if she loses a leg. She's lovely. Okay, that's my daughter's doll. Are you out and about? Well, I know you're at the house, Richard. I'm down there, rubbing myself up against all of the toys your children have. She's literally just back there. No, she's gone to bed. She's a good girl. Look, I think we better go because A, we've been going on for 54 minutes, and B, my family need me. At least it's happened at the end. It's a beautiful ending. It's worked out well, hasn't it? It happened during Puppet News as well. And the Puppet News, Dell has lost a leg. Pardon? Dell has lost a leg. Who's lost a leg? Belle. Belle? Oh, Belle has lost a... Dell's lost a leg. Well, we can't go quite yet. Why? 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 Sorry, something happened with the camera there. There's a glitch. Why can't we go? Because look who's on the screen up there. Oh, not Donkey. I hate that Donkey. Let's see our old friend Hoary Horse. No, Hoary Horses have been banned from the set by Sally, your wife. Really? Yeah, she said we can't have Hoary Horse back. Oh, that she's so sexy. I don't want to be sucked off by an earless donkey. No one does, but someone has to do it. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Donkey. Hee-haw, hee-haw, hee-haw. There's Donkey. How you doing, Donkey? Yeah, I'm in Constantine. Oh, why don't you kill me? I'm in Constantine. Good. I hate the donkey, Richard. I hate him. He ruins everything. We haven't really thought of anything to do with this week, Donkey. I hate you. Let me die. Have you thought about working as a puppet prostitute? It couldn't be any worse than what I'm doing. I have an awful life. Please just splatter my brains on the pavement and kill me. What if your daughter's listening to this? It's going to be quite psychologically damaging for her, I'd imagine. Well, I don't know if it will be. I don't think she'll understand what's going on. Do you think she's proud of you, your daughter? She's sitting there on the stairs listening to this. I think she's in bed. It's fine. If she's listening to it, thinking she came, put her head round here, saw her dad, her two puppets talking, and if she realised, like, 243 fucking people in here watching it. It's sad, isn't it? I don't think it's that sad. It's very sad, Richard. She came up and she almost caught you doing this. Luckily, you managed to deflect her with a lie and go down. You said it'd be 2 minutes. It's already been 3 or 4. She'll be sitting there thinking, my dad's a liar. But at least she won't be thinking he's a mentally old man talking to himself with 2 ancient puppets that he's trying to turn into some kind of franchise. I don't think it's... It used to be on the telly, Rich. It used to be on actual proper TV. Yeah, this is proper TV. Are you getting paid? No. You getting paid anything? No, I'm not getting paid anything. I can eat some of that Marmite if I want. Did you buy the Marmite? I did buy the Marmite, but I can eat, I can eat as much of it. I've got it on I've got a spoon there. I can just eat a spoon of Marmite if I want. Yeah. What do you think, Donkey? Yeah, I'm glad that he has a miserable life, because I have a miserable existence. Just kill me. I want to kill you. I'd love to kill you. Can you tell the difference between these 2 voices? Oh, yes, our voices are very different. Yes, he's right, they are. I'm just thinking of the people listening to the audio podcast. I know those people are weird, Richard. They're very weird, the people listening to the audio podcast, aren't they? Because, why wouldn't they want to see this on YouTube or Twitch? I don't know why they want. Can I go now? Please let me duck in my tin, or I can just cry myself to sleep. I wish I had ears so that I could hear, that I can't. Shut up. You can. I can't. I wish I could hear, but I haven't got ears, so I can't. He's pathetic, isn't he? He is pathetic. I'll give you that. Well, I hate him, Richard. Should we go? Yeah, I think we better go. Are you okay to go, Donkey? Please just stop using me in this. Let me die. Hee-haw! Ladies and gentlemen, that was Donkey. Thank you very much to Ali. Do you want to go back in the box, Ali? Not really. Can I stay up? Why didn't you take me down to meet your daughter? I think it might be the wrong time for you to go and see. Oh, what are you saying? I just think you might be a slightly scary presence. I'll wink at her. I know, that's what I'm worried about. Ladies and gentlemen, please give a massive round of applause to Ali. He's going back. No, I want to go back in the box. You're going back in the box. I don't want to go back in the box. You're going in the box. I have to go and look after my children. Thank you very much for watching. Please do check out that Kickstarter if you can. We don't get anything unless we hit the target. I would love to hit the target. We are doing another one quite imminently as well. But we were putting all the money to good use if we make any money. But if we don't hit the target, we don't get any money, you don't get any money. And let's see where we're at. It was on £8,081 when we started. And let's just refresh it. 169 backers. And it's now 7 days to go, ladies and gentlemen. We started this. Oh, it's not bad. 171 backers are on 8,340. So if you would like to get that, it'd be nice to get that to 9,000 tonight. Kickstarter.com. Put in stone clearing. No one else is doing one for stone clearing. Let's put that back on. And you can go to rahelastapa.co.uk/Kickstarter if you like, or if you look on the front page of richherring.com, you can just click on the link there as well. Thanks so much for watching and listening. I hope you've enjoyed it. I'm just going to see if my daughter's all right. Goodbye from all the team, all the crew. Hope you enjoyed the new tech. We'll just get better and better. There's jingles on the way. There's songs on the way. I'm coming, darling. See you. Goodbye, everyone. I'm winking at it.